It's another edition of this week's exciting Wine in Prague listening adventure. I'm going to try to keep this relative. I'm going to pack it with a lot of stuff, but I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet. Well, here's a. I haven't got a product from this band in a long time. They haven't put any new albums out for the longest time. I heard they're working on a brand new studio album. Um, I think last time they put an album out was 2015, 2014 or 2015, over 10 years ago. Um, I haven't heard anything new produced by them lately. Even though the band is split in two, one side operates out of Las Vegas, and the other is out in England. Uh, and you don't know what I'm referring to. I'm referring, of course, to Asia. Long history of Asia. I mean, going back to my senior year of high school, I had the album. I had the music booklet, uh, and I saw the first tour. We're at the Palladium a week, maybe a month or so before I graduated high school, '82. And what an interesting night that was. Walking up to the Palladium, bought a ticket out in the street. I scalped the ticket, which was not very wise because as soon as I got in there, into the venue, I found out that the ticket was counterfeited, and I almost got kicked out, unless I paid the usher some moolah. So, on top of my ticket being $100, if I remember right, or maybe it was 63, $65. I had to pay another $50 to an usher to make sure I didn't get kicked out because this was a memorable concert. It was the entirety of the first album, plus songs that weren't recorded yet, such as "Smiles Left Your Eyes" and "Midnight Sun," were also performed along with some your typical Yes, King Crimson, and Carl ELP, because the members didn't really have. They brought a song each to the table, and plus two songs never heard before. So I got that, and of course, and I saw them the following year for the Alpha Tour, but I did not see them again, that band again, until 2001. When they released the Aura. It was the first time they ever came out to LA with the new lineup then of not Hal, Wetton, Carl Palmer, and Downs, but it was John Payne and Jeff Downs, and I believe Gonovan was there, and Chris Slade had just joined, and he was fresh from ACDC. He was a real cool guy, Chris Slade. He had a lot of bands, man. That guy. Yeah, a lot of stories to tell, and very very lightning. And I remember being out there, waiting to get in the venue, and some girls walking around. How would you like? And she just asked me out of the blue, how would you like to go backstage and hang out with the band? Are you joking me? No, no, I'm John Payne's girlfriend, and I think I recognize you. Aren't you a guy who's into comic books, or who's a comic book writer, or something like that? And oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I just I told her that I have a series of articles published with my picture in this newspaper dedicated time of writing a comic books industry. It was called Comics Buyer's Guide, and she happened to be a reader of that newspaper, and she recognized me, and she got me backstage to hang out with John Payne and Jeff Downs, and that was awesome. And kind of weird thing is, it was the dressing room over the Roxy is very very small. I mean, but it's like a little place to just hang out and drink, drink and I guess smoke weed back there or whatever you want to do. There was a girl who was going around who had to be invited backstage, and this girl had a petition. She wanted me. She wanted to sign. Oh, she wanted no. She wasn't. Uh, yeah, carrying around a petition. She was doing those. They don't do this anymore, but people go around malls and stuff, and they ask if you're connected to the entertainment industry. If not, do you want to see a free screening of this movie and give you your critique at the end? They call them focus groups. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. She was running a focus group, and I said, I told her, hey, I work at Warner Brothers in menial capacity, and she wouldn't give me one. And I said we exchanged a few words, and we had to be separated. And I think I ended up walking to a bar, the whiskey with John Payne, and his girlfriend. We were having a conversation about the album Aura, and we were discussing how long did it take to do the album, and he said some of the songs were very personal to him, and it took him like around a year to sit and write down the lyrics for all those songs of the album. Anyway, and of course I've got to know John Payne a little bit over the years. Hung out again when he did this show with GPS. It was a Spock Spirit. Oh, Spock Spirit came out to either the whiskey or everything, and in wherever club, the Roxy, whatever, and we hung out again over there at the Spock Spirit show. Yeah, I got pictures of it on my on Facebook because I'm wearing my everybody in the band at Spock Spirit loved my anti George W. Bush shirt. Alex Ross did depicting him as a vampire biting the Statue of Liberty's neck, and we got it. We hung out a little bit after that, and then John Payne seen him in various other areas, doing concerts, summer concerts over at Woodland Hills and Canyon Club, and last time I saw him, he played a free show at the Grove, the Beverly Hills Grove, and he was too busy to talk to me that then. So anyway, so this new sort of new album is with the new lineup now, the newer lineup, and that is Jeff Downs, of course. Jeff Downs, he's not an original member of the band. He happens to carry the name, but he didn't come up with the name or anything. It was John Wetton and Steve Howe. So, but it was, and even then it was kind of started not as a real. You know how the Monkees are. The Monkees, they simply formed themselves to be a to achieve a goal. And that was like a TV show and thing. But then they got so popular that they actually carried on as an actual band. The same thing with Asia. Asia was sort of experiment, just an experimental thing that Geffen Records wanted to do, and somehow they didn't think the first album would click, but eventually it did. Because of the direction that the band members took, rather than doing big long 15-minute prog pieces, they settled for the 3, 4, or 5 minute song structure, and and so, like I said, other than John Payne and Jeff Downs and the original members, other members have come and gone. Has been a revolving door of guest stars. I know that people they divide themselves into camps, much like the Yes people do, and it's either original or extra crispy, right? Original recipe or extra crispy, and the John Payne version of the band was always extra crispy to me because this version of Asia experimented with different styles like reggae, calypso, blues, jazz, Santana. There's a whole album of Arena. At least back in 1995, it sounds just something like it was done for Carlos Santana. So anyway, and so that ended after 7 or 8 albums, and then John Wetton and Jeff Downes started writing together under a different name called Icon. And I think the decision was made that, hey, Jeff said, let's go recruit Steve Howe and Carl Palmer back and do another few Asia albums. And they did that for 3 albums or so. Phoenix, Omega, and Triple X. So this version. So when John Wetton died, I guess Jeff and John felt they had different things to say musically. So Jeff Downes sort of reformed Asia again to reflect the original lineup, and he recruited John Mitchell from It Bites, Kino, Frost, Arena. I know him. I've hung out with him a couple times, and he's stuck in Dubai. I hope he's out of Dubai right now. I heard he was in Dubai during when Iran was lodging missiles at them. And there's a guy named Virgil Donati, who's a drummer who's worked a lot with Derek Sheridan on Planet X. He's very good. Even Mike Portnoy is envious of him. And a new singer named Harry Whitley. Was it Whiteley? No, I'm going to call him Whitley. Who's taken the place of John Wetton's role in the band, based in vocals. He's approved by the John Wetton family. I don't understand why they need the family's approval, But and of course Jeff Downes. And this album is a live version of them in England. I guess doing a show out in England. They did not come out here. They got as far as the Midwest, and they went back to Europe, and they never came out here to do a show. Usually they do come out. There'd be packed houses at either the Canyon Club or a theater in Beverly Hills, the Bond Theater, and but such was not the case. I guess they didn't really have the money to do so. So this live concert does the entire first album in its entirety, from beginning to end, plus a few extra tracks like Ride Easy, which was the flip side of the first single, You of the Moment, which kind of brings me memories of I was dating my high school girlfriend, Linda Freeman, whose daughter is now an actress now, who acted opposite Tom Cruise in the Jack Reacher sequel. Her brother used to come over to my house a few times, and every time he come over, I played him he always wants to hear the B side of that single, and I always comedy him, of course. So it always reminds me of that. And it was that the video Killed the Radio Star, and The Heat Goes On, and the special features. As soon as on the DVD is there's interviews with all members of the band, and with Roger Dean, who did the cover of the first the album, almost all their albums. Why do I keep doing this? Tonight's wine was inadvertently. I inadvertently did this. It's apothic. I hope I don't know if it's the A. I don't know. I subconsciously picked it. So so let's go in opening this puppy. I've got a little surprise later. I wanted to do this kind of special thing I wanted to do. I hope I don't get in trouble for it, because if I do recreate it, it probably won't sound like it won't sound anything like the original. So here's the package there. You got the Roger Dean really not much went into it. I mean, he's just a copy and paste, you know, small little image, throw it in there. I don't think probably Roger Dean just closed his eyes and went, yeah, okay, and, you know, oh, hey, got me yourself an Asia cover, right? Let me see what we got here. We have a book. So here's the this is the CD, and it has all the tracks, and it's one of these. Oh, this is Frontier Records did this edition, and I guess they're still trying to hang in there. I don't. I think they're doing the new. Well, I'm really excited about this announcement that came a couple of days ago. But Oliver Wakeman said that he has news of they're going to release the EP, the Yes music that he worked on, that he performed on, you know, that got all scuttled about when Jeff Downs came back and joined the band. And they're releasing a 2-record set with demos of stuff that winded up other places like Squack It, Steve Howe solo albums, and you know, bonus tracks on the revised Yes. Oh, jeez. What's the name of the damn album? I did a video on it. I'll Fly From Here. Yeah, and both versions. So anyway, that's the Blu-ray. I'm not the Blu-ray. It's not Blu-ray. It's just a DVD. I guess they couldn't really spurge for the Blu-ray. What's all this fun stuff? Oh, there's others in this collection. Huh. Well, I'm just happy with this one. Huh. They got some other ones from. I'll look into them. Like there's Live in England. They got different. I guess these are. I guess these. Oh. Okay. So. Oh, that's okay. That's why it explains this because it said on here. Night 1. So, when they came back, they did. They did a night of just Alpha, and then they did of Astra. That's 3 nights. 3-night concert, and then they did the okay. Maybe the other two will be coming out. Let's hope, or just put a brand new studio album. So let's check it. That's in this booklet here. We have that. Members of the band, and gives you all the credits and stuff, and right, easy. Okay, and there's little background information and some live shots. I wonder if they can make a collection of this. Maybe I should wait if they do a 3-disc set of all 3 nights. That would be pretty cool, right? And you get your special thanks from all the members of the band in here. And there's all this stuff. And you got interview. Okay, here's the list of interviews and stuff. I wonder if Roger Dean went on tour with him to sell some wares. The DVD. Oh, you know, the DVD's got an extra. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't see that. Okay, so the blue. I don't know. Well, apparently, they did Daylight was also performed in part of the encores. So anyway, let's see what goes on. So all right, I'm gonna pause this for a sec. Okay, I don't know if you can see me here. So the reason why the first Asia album is so monumental to me, because when I first bought that album, this was also when I started to delve into getting the keyboards, because I I think Jeff Downs. I told Jeff Downs, you inspired me to pick up keyboards when I was a kid, and I think it was the Yes drama that cemented it, you know. And so, time I got around to getting some keyboards, it was around the time the first album came out, and one of the first pieces of music I learned was this may be totally unrecognizable, but I'm gonna try one go around. So it goes like a little bit like this. I always fucked that part. You know, basically you got it. It's the ending of Cutting It Fine, and I was always blown away when I saw that done in concert. Anyway, pause it again. Everybody still here? Oh. All right, hold on. So, I figured I show the menus off too. Yeah, I feel like I was doing my little roadie bit there to clean up everything away. So, yeah, that was like one of the first pieces of music I ever learned and taught myself. Was that ending there? Yeah, too bad I don't have the 20 bells and whistles going off behind me. You know, other keyboards and you know, our Fairlight CMI, which was the board of choice at the time of Jeff Downs, which cost like 24 grand, that instrument. So anyway, here's the menus here. Here's the menu here. And you got the play, you got the famous Roger Dean font there, and you got the chapters, and you got all the songs there, and I can't here, oh, sorry, highlight for me. Bonus tracks, blah blah blah, and credits, and home, and let's see, what's the audio on this thing? 2.0 stereo, and you got 5.1 surround. Well, you know, the experience I had with you know, with concert films, they just everything that's 5.1 is usually regaled to the people clapping around you. Though there were some good ones on that last Yes one I watched. Some interesting Tom Bristol's keyboards were coming in. Anyway, so next time I got Richard Barbarelli, the new one coming out April 10th, called Haunted. It's kind of weird because Bruce Swords has got one coming out in May called Ghosts in the Park. I wonder if the two ever cross paths together. Yeah, I'll probably be doing another video because I'm going to the comic book shop tomorrow to pick up my stuff. So if you're around, check for that too. Bye.